Hello all, and welcome to this MACA 1320 Introduction to Photoshop online course. Right away, I know that this is probably or could be the first time you've been in an online class, and it may be the first time you've been in Canvas, okay? And I also know it's probably the first time a lot of you have ever been in Photoshop. So with all of that in mind, please don't panic. In the next few weeks, you will get accustomed to Photoshop and accustomed to Canvas. So this is your first day handout. In the email that you clicked on this movie for, I have attachments. One of them is this handout right here, this first day handout. I also have links to 2 movies. I feel it's important that you know who I am. So I'm going to click this Brian Sorial portfolio movie, and I'm going to bring it over to this screen. And I wouldn't mind if you actually watch this movie to see my creative passion and why I believe I'm a good teacher for this class, and that we'll both enjoy this journey together. Okay? The other class is an introduction movie that I have to a lot of different classes to show what Canvas is like, what my online site is like, and what students are capable of in this program. So I know you know where you could possibly end up. But to begin this whole journey, I want you to see the first day handout and its comparison to the assignment guide. So if I take this first day handout and I go into it, I want you to read it, of course, okay? And I want you to see all the information that it has, my contact hours, what kind of class this is, the very important dates of the semester, okay? I feel that that's really important for your growth in this class. And I would really like you to see that I've also put in a weekly schedule into the introduction page in Canvas. I'll show you what that is. So you can compare the weeks of the semester to the weeks of the assignments. And in here, I'm going all the way down past all this stuff to the assignments in here, because the assignments are what this class is all about. Here it starts with the Webpage Assets, and it goes to the photographic retouch, image manipulation, 3D texture, caricature, organic object, hard surface product, the research and the movie poster, an extra credit cartoon assignment, and a tear sheet. And I want to show you most of these assignments in a picture form so you can see and relate to these assignments. Okay? So what I want to do is, let me go back to the first page, actually the second page, and let's go back and start your tour by taking you through the login process to get on to Canvas. Okay, so here we go. So what I'm going to do is, I've already got it open through Chrome, but I'm going to go through Safari, and I'm going to pause the screen when I put on my username and password. So when you go onto the Macomb homepage, I want you to click My Macomb right down here. When you go onto My Macomb, I want you to log in. So I'm going to log in and put in my password, just like you would do, and I'll come back on screen in a second. All right, I'm on my My Macomb homepage. What I want you to do is to go down here on the left-hand side, and I want you to click the Canvas button. That is the second one down on Campus Applications. I know a lot of you already know how to do this, so just bear with me. Now, in this list, I have a lot of classes. If you don't have any classes, or if the MACA 1320 V1601 2019 winter class isn't there, write that title down. Again, MACA 1320 V1601 2019 winter. On the bottom of this page is a telephone number. I want you to call this telephone number. It's 877-362-2662. and I want you to give them your student ID and your name and tell them that you're enrolled in this 1320 class and that you're having trouble seeing it on your dashboard, on your Canvas dashboard, that you're enrolled in the class but you can't see it. You may have to take the student, and it goes very fast, the Student Introduction to Online Learning tutorial just to have the permission to go into this class. So hopefully you see it, and if you do see it, click it. So that's what we're going to do right now. Now I'm going to minimize this screen and bring over my Canvas screen, because in this initial home page, I want you to see how it is your introduction to the class. It also has the syllabus movie that you're watching right now in case you need to watch it at any time in the future. If I click it now, it'll be last semester, so I don't want to do that. It also has the handout for this class, which I'm including in this email that I'm sending to you now that you clicked for the watching of this movie. Or you can click it here, okay? So what I want you to do is realize that every single assignment, which corresponds to all of these weeks. So if you wonder what week 5 is, it's February 4th through the 10th. If you wonder what week 11 is, it's the 18th of March through the 24th of March. Every one of these weeks corresponds to a module, all right? So when I go in this module, and modules is where all the assignments are, you can bypass the first module, okay? Just bypass it. Go to the generic week 1, and you can start with the number 1 thing that I would like you all, if you've never been in Photoshop, to watch this week 1 playing movie. There's no assignment to do for it. I just want you to watch it. Now, I'm going to go to the very first module that says Webpage Assets, and I'm going to bring over the assignment guide, okay? In a second, I'll bring it over and it'll say, because I want to make it small and put it off to one side, I want you to see how this corresponds to here. So as you see the Web Page Assets right there, you can see there's a Web Page Assets module. Now if I go down, there's a Photographic Retouch module. That's the second assignment. If I go down, there's an Image Manipulation module. Okay, let me go back to the, didn't mean to click that. Let me find my Acrobat thing right here. So, Image Manipulation, all the way down to 3D textures, all the way down to caricature. Then the next one should be organic. The next one should be the hard surface drawing or the hard object drawing. Okay, it's the same thing, hard surface, hard object drawing. Then the movie poster, which is right there. Okay, and it's also, these 3 are for the movie poster. Part A is for the word cloud and the summary, so that's going to be part A. Part B here is for the thumbnails, and the actual poster is right there. So the next one, I have a photo collage, which isn't part of yours, and there is actually a cartoon character one. You won't have this photo collage one right there, okay? That's only in mine, and I've disabled that. So there's a tear sheet one and a cartoon character one. So here's all your assignments. Here are all the modules. So let's go back to this very first module. And I'm going to put this on the other screen. It's worth 4 points. So when you want to begin the first assignment, there are no PDF files. This is how you do it. At the top of every module is where you turn the file in. So when you get finished with a Photoshop file, you click the drop box. Where I say unpublished or published, you're going to say submit. So there's a submit button for you. And you can actually click and choose a file down here. When you choose the file, you can click the submit button. So let me go back to the assignments. I wanted to go back to modules, not the assignments, Brian. Okay, so every single time that you see a module that corresponds to an assignment, there's going to be assets that you need to get. So that's why there's a face original in the movie. I tell you to go get the face original. And I even have a photography one. So this Webpage Assignments movie actually is the first two movies. The third and fourth movie, I tell you, are the extra credit movies. You don't have to do the third and fourth movie if you don't want to. Now, the Webpage Assets Summary is where I want you to actually talk about it. What aspects of the assignment did you find most difficult? How did you overcome the problem? What are your thoughts about this assignment? And how could you use this week's topic in another fashion or scenario? So I want you to use all the modules in that way. So let's say you finish the Webpage Assets file. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. You just click the Dropbox and submit it. Then you go to the next week. You do the photographic retouch. Here's a photographic retouch asset file. That's what you click first. You watch the tutorial movie and you do the file. So I'll click the tutorial movie and you actually now follow along. Listen to what I'm saying. Called the photographic retouch project. I'm going to bring up right now the first day handout. So you follow along and you pause it after I do every step. Then you do that step. Then you hit the play button. You listen to my second step. You pause it. You do my second step. Okay? And if you have to rewind it a few times, that's okay. When you get finished, please do the summary, but take the PSD file, the Photoshop file, and click the Dropbox and submit it to me. Same thing with the image manipulation. The Dropbox is on top. The movie is down here. The summary is right there. And the asset files are right there. In the 3D texture, the Dropbox is on top. This one has two movies. The asset files are right there. And the summary is at the bottom. So I think you can follow that. It's pretty darn easy to follow. And I just want you to know something. If you ever have a problem with one of these files, click the inbox over here. Take the inbox and click to compose a new email. Select your course like I'm doing right now and send, by clicking this button, send a email to me. Just say all in teachers or Brian Sorial and send, let's say you have a problem. Let's say that you're going to title this problem with Webpage Assignment. All I want you to do is type in what your problem is and attach the PSD file to this. I'll create a movie for you to help you get back on your way. And then you get back on your way. When you're done with the file, you then go back into, I have to cancel that, you go back into your Dropbox and send me the file. And I don't care how many times you send me a file that you're having an issue with. That's what this class is all about, and that's what I'm here for you to do. So I think that gives you a pretty good indication of what this class is all about. If you have a problem and you can't even get into Canvas, I'm going to bring this up on the screen and I'm going to enlarge it because I gave you in this PDF file, in this email, is my attachment to the PDF file. Do you see this email right there? Way on page 3, it's sorialb@macomb.edu. Don't panic. Just send me an email saying you're having an issue and we'll try to get your issue unresolved. Okay, that means, or resolved, I meant. So if you're having an issue even getting into the class, send me an email through sorialb, it's right there, @macomb.edu. If you're in the class, I would like it if you all sent me emails through the inbox here. Do you see where I'm clicking right there? Choose your class right there, which is going to be the 1320 class, and choose the teacher as me. Okay? So welcome to this semester, And I want to end this by showing you a few of the assignments in picture form that you're going to do, starting with the Webpage Assignment. So this is my folder for the Webpage Assignment, and I may have to make it slightly bigger. So let me go down to this one. This is all you have to turn in to me. You don't have to turn in the HTML file or the web file. You just have to turn in the PSD file. This is exactly what you'll turn in, except it'll say your name on it. Okay, it'll have everything on it the same. You can choose the colors, and you can choose any color texture you want. Okay, but this is kind of what it's going to look like. This is what mine look like, not yours. This is the second one. Here's the original file. That's what I give you. Look at his face, and now you're going to turn it into, you're going to turn it into this. So you're going to retouch on his face and make him a little bit more clean and the picture a little bit more photographically retouched so it looks good. You're taking out the pores, the blackheads, you're taking out all the things that his yellow teeth. Look at how, whoops, I keep on doing that, I'm sorry. And I left a few of the yellow teeth over here just to show you the difference between what I did and what I want done all the way across, okay? So here's the next assignment. The next assignment is you're going to take a Jeep. You're going to take a vehicle. It doesn't have to be this one, but I want you to listen to my movie because you're going to take it. You're going to change color on it and cut it out of the background, and you're going to put it in an ad, and you're going to make it look like it's actually part of that ad, okay? And it's really fun to do. You're going to get good at drawing with the pen tool. The next one is you take a brick wall, you take a bunch of graffiti, and you actually put it together on the wall so it can become part of a 3D background or a television blue screen background or green screen. And it's really fun to learn how to do this kind of thing, okay? The next one is a caricature. So you're going to take a real picture of Will Smith, not Will Smith, anyone you want. It doesn't have to be Will Smith. I took Will Smith. I turned him into this, a little caricature of Will Smith. Okay, that is the caricature assignment. The next one, and that's the background I used. The next one is going to be a real picture of an organic piece of fruit, in this case an apple, and that's my illustration of an apple. So you're going to get to illustrate, but it doesn't have to be my apple. It can be any apple you want. The next one is a hard surface object, like an iPhone. I want you to either do my iPhone or find one. These are the two that I did. I actually did one and just changed the screen on it. That was the original iPhone. And I want you to remember that I've said this. If you find your own iPhone, make sure you find one that you can see 3 sides on. You see how you see the front, the side on the left, and the bottom? Those are 3-sided pictures. I want to make sure when you get down there later on in the semester you remember that. Okay, so you paint this kind of a product. That's what we do in the industry. As you see in my portfolio, I've done many kinds of things like this. And that's the background I used for it. And here is the movie poster that I created. I kind of made a 4th or a 5th. Jason Bourne, my favorite movie series, is the Bourne series. And I did another one called The Bourne Promise. This is the cartoon character that is an extra credit assignment, and here is the final tear sheet that you will put together with all your assignments, okay? So I just wanted you to see what this semester is going to be all about. Remember that I said the tear sheet should have your own little logo on it that you develop. It doesn't take long to develop your own logo, okay? But that is a fun introduction to this semester, and I hope you all will enjoy it. Please email me and let me know if you have any issues. Thank you.